Hassan here, and you are listening to the NintendoFuse Podcast. Today is June 8th, 2014. This is episode number 101, entitled 2014 E3 Predictions. Today I have Steve here with me.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Greg is here.
Hey guys.
And Barry.
Hey guys.
So we will be discussing our predictions for E3. E3 is very soon. Monday kind of kicks things off with Sony, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, all those conferences, and Tuesday is Nintendo. So we wanted to give our E3 predictions, so that will just be kind of the focus of tonight's episode. Now, as always, this podcast, we like to make it very interactive, so there's multiple ways that you can participate. You can listen to our podcast stream through TalkShoe, or you can watch our video stream on YouTube. And the details on how to do all of that are on NintendoFuse.com right now. So just head there, check out the post about the podcast, and it'll have all the links to everything so you can check it out. So if you're just listening to audio, you didn't know we do video, yes we do. So you can come watch us and see what we look like and all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out. And you can also call into the podcast live, so we may get some viewer calls throughout the show to get to know what people think and everything. Basically. So, before we get to kind of the actual predictions, I did want to mention, if you hit up our NintendoFuse YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/NintendoFuse, we have some fun videos that we did to kind of get ready for E3, some very fun videos. This podcast is going to be talking about like our serious actual predictions, but we thought we'd throw in some fun, ridiculous predictions as well. So Alex did a video and Steve did a video as well. With a ridiculous prediction. So check that out on the NintendoFuse YouTube channel. It is hilarious.
I don't think they're that ridiculous.
Hey, Nintendo's unpredictable sometimes, so you never know.
Sure. 40S, it's going to happen.
You heard it here first.
It will happen.
So yeah, definitely check those out, and then I guess we'll get to kind of our other, slightly more realistic predictions. Slightly more. So we'll kind of take turns and just go through, whatever predictions we have and give our thoughts. So I'll kind of kick things off here, and I'll say one of my predictions is it's more of something I think that they will not talk about, actually, because I've seen a lot of people kind of think that, they're going to start detailing some stuff about it. But my first prediction is I don't think Nintendo's going to talk about their quality of life project at all at E3. I think they're going to hold off on doing that until later this year, maybe in the fall or something. So my prediction is don't expect quality of life stuff at E3. So we'll see, if that comes true or not. But that's my thought right there. Yeah. Steve, what's one of your predictions?
I don't think that's too crazy, really, to think that. Just because I think, like they've actually talked about how they really want to start rolling out over the next couple of years, and so it doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, if they went ahead and held off on actually really talking about what this quality of life thing really is this year. So I don't think you're too far off on that.
Yeah, I think they had said that this year they're going to start talking about it this year. They just didn't say when or something. So that's why I'm thinking they'll maybe wait till the end of the year and then kind of kick things off full swing next year or something.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it was actually both sides of the coin. I can kind of see where they wouldn't talk about it because it's more for hardcore gamers that are really following it. But I also see it as a good opportunity to introduce it, to have a lot of focus on them and positive buzz on that too. But so I don't know. I could see it both ways.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it. I think they're actually going to show something or at least mention it. I don't think it's going to go vaporware like the Vitality sensor. But I think Greg's right. They've got a big stage right now. They've got a lot of people tuning in. And I think if they spin it right with positive outlook, they can try to attract new audiences like they did with the Wii. We don't even know what it is, but I think the focus will be games, but I can see them at least mentioning, even if they don't show it off, at least say, hey, coming later this year, we will talk more about it. Please understand.
Right. So, Steve, what's one of your predictions?
Well, let's jump into Smash Brothers because we know it's going to be talked about, and it's not really too far-fetched of a prediction, I don't think, because it matches up with what people have been saying. A lot of those people, that one guy that's been making this list of characters that have been popping up and stuff, and most of them have been showing up so far. So my prediction is there'll be some sort of big character reveal about Smash Brothers because the 3DS game is going to come soon after E3, and so this is one of the last times they can really announce a big character. So I'm thinking they're sitting on some big character they're going to announce, whether that's Pac-Man or me or maybe something else that we don't even know about. But there's going to be some sort of really big Smash Brothers character reveal.
Okay. What about you, Greg? What's one of your predictions?
Well, mine was pretty much the same kind of thing. I can just jump into mine. I was also thinking it'd either be Pac-Man, but I was also looking at some of the other ones that have not been confirmed, such as Captain Falcon and Wario. And I also was thinking that Chrom will probably have a good nod from Fire Emblem Awakening to be a potential new fighter as well. I even extended that and said that they'll announce the 3DS release date, and I was feeling that would be like the end of August.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's not a bad release date, really, because especially if that closes that gap between the 3DS and the Wii U version. So, I mean, I'd love to play it more earlier than later, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like goes without saying, I'd rather.
Yeah, I think with Smash, I think it's a safe assumption we're going to get release date and probably some more characters. I think they'd be foolish if they didn't take this time to at least do that, especially with the 3DS version coming out in just a few months. But I think, one of my predictions is they're going to ride the actual popularity of Smash Brothers and announce a game from one of those dormant series along with the character, like announce a new F-Zero along with Captain Falcon. So here's Captain Falcon, and not only is he back in Smash Brothers, but new F-Zero to go along with it. Here's, Falco is back from Star Fox, and here's a new Star Fox to go with it. Something along those lines.
Gotcha.
I would love a new Star Fox game.
That would be pretty cool to see something like that. I could see them doing something, sort of a combo reveal, like you said, like in a way that would definitely be interesting. One of my predictions is basically it's kind of what some of you guys had said that they'll give a release date for the 3DS version. They'll announce some new characters. Although I'm thinking at least maybe more than this, but at least Pac-Man and me I think will be announced because I think we're getting towards this is the last big event probably before Smash Brothers is out for 3DS. So Pac-Man's like the last big third-party character, and then the Mii's. I still envision them announcing the Mii's with like a Reggie Mii and a Miyamoto Mii or something like that. So I think it would be perfect, at E3 to do something like that. As well as they'll probably give more details on Smash Brothers, like the connectivity between the two versions. I think finally we'll get some details on that, especially with the. I guess the briefing or something afterwards dedicated to Smash Bros. That they're going to do. Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if there's a lot of Smash Brothers focus on the E3.
Yeah. And for those in the video chat, Alex is here, so shout out to him. I guess he'll get on the call shortly, and we'll have him talk about some of his predictions as well. Yeah, let's see. So who's next? I guess Steve, if you have another prediction.
Yeah, let's jump into you briefly mentioned it, but I think this is a prediction, but it's more of a really big desire. I want Star Fox Wii U to appear, so I'm going to predict it, but no, it's really more of just a hope and a desire that I really want to see a new Star Fox game, and in glorious HD, it'd be awesome. So I hope we see it. But I think what Barry was saying, I think just that they would, or me, Greg, that they would revive some sort of old what seems now to be an older franchise. I'm hoping it's Star Fox.
Yeah, that was me.
Gotcha.
I was never really one for Star Fox, but one of my predictions was seeing with all the stuff they've been getting for F-Zero. I think that was my second prediction. I was thinking that F-Zero was going to be the one to be revived. But I have this feeling it's probably going to be for 3DS because it seems like there's all these more secret 3DS games that are upcoming, and it seems like a lot of the Wii U ones are already known from the Direct, like Yarn Yoshi and all that. So somehow I see F-Zero being brought back, but it will be for the 3DS.
It's not a bad idea, really, because like they just brought out Mario Kart 8 for Wii U, so it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for them to bring out another racing game for Wii U, but jumping over to 3DS with something like F-Zero might make more sense because it's kind of balancing out.
Yeah,
Unless they go ahead. I was going to say, unless they go ahead and make it connect.
Online play and all that stuff, they could add to F-Zero because they haven't done that stuff yet. So
Yeah, I can see them
Right.
doing it on both systems. Put out a Wii U and a 3DS one and have them connect somehow. Because they need to tap into the 3DS audience for the Wii U. Because there's a lot of 3DS out there, and the more games they have that connects, they could possibly bring in a few more people who want to get a Wii U because sales are down.
Right.
Yep.
So any of the what's another one of your predictions, Barry?
Well, like them, I'd like to see obviously more dormant games come, but I have a feeling that they're gonna stick with what works, and that means, hey, you guys liked Mario 3D World? Well, guess what? We're doing another 3D Mario, and whether it be Mario Galaxy 3 or whether it be an actual sequel to Mario 64 or something, they'll show off at least a teaser trailer just saying, coming soon, new Mario. Mario 3D World didn't sell like they wanted, even though it was a phenomenal game. And I think they'll stick with their guns since Mario Kart 7 and Mario 3D Land revived the 3DS. Mario Kart 8 just came out. I think they'll go back to another Mario. Kind of want them to take a break, but I have a feeling they're going to play it safe.
Yeah. That would definitely be interesting to see. For the record, in a previous podcast, I did predict a Super Mario Galaxy 3 or a Super Mario Universe or whatever you want to call it. I said the whole Rosalina in Kart and Smash Brothers was like, kind of a hinting towards it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I like Barry's prediction there. If that comes true, then it should be interesting. We'll see. Let's see. Alex is getting on the call right now. Look at that. Look at that. Is that a land, like a home phone? Do those exist
It
anymore?
appears to be.
It's that thing again. Oh, and hey, he's
thing again.
on the call. He's I think I got him on the call. Tried to at least. Maybe not. Let me get him on here. There we go. Hey, Alex. So we're going through our predictions for E3. Got any fun ones?
Fun ones, or just my regular one?
Or just any. we already
throw out your top picks.
Predictions on YouTube. Those are certainly fun.
Yeah, well, one of my normal ones. I'm expecting that Retro is gonna announce that they're developing a new Metroid game for Wii U. I think that's kind of like a safe spot for them, and at this point in the Wii U's life cycle, they need something that's a little bit safe. They probably wouldn't want them to go out and do something too ambitious, and at the same time, they wouldn't want to give Metroid to, we don't want another M. So I think that's a pretty reasonable prediction for Retro.
Right.
See, I think that's a safe prediction, but I think it's something tells me Retro's doing something else. People expected after DKC returns we're gonna get a Metroid game, and they got Tropical Freeze. So whether they do another Donkey Kong or another series, I think fans want to go back to Metroid, but I don't think Retro wants to go back to Metroid, at least not yet. I think they want to spread their wings and tackle other series. And who knows, maybe a Star Fox Metroid crossover. Make it happen.
Yeah, wasn't that rumored a while ago or something?
Yeah, a couple years ago, before
Yeah.
Tropical Freeze was shown Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would be interesting. It seems like I think F-Zero, Metroid, and Star Fox are the three series that like most people are thinking that at least one of those Nintendo might bring back. So that'll be interesting to see.
How interesting is it if you watch Melee's opening, Smash Melee, at the very end, you see the Great Fox with Blue Falcon and Samus's ship all flying together.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize. So that is interesting there. And what if they recreated that in the new Smash Brothers, but with the announcements of like new entries in all of those games?
I think a lot of people on the internet would be very happy if they did that.
Yeah, I think the internet would explode.
I think they'd get like top notch from like every major like site saying like Nintendo won E3 to bring back all of those that for one E3.
Right. Yeah. I want to give a couple shout outs to people in the chats. So we have chat rooms going for TalkShoe and YouTube as well. So on YouTube, shout out to Esta the Gamer as well as Joshua. So shout outs to them. In TalkShoe, we have Johnny Lamont 1 and Minda and Roth. So hello to all of you. And there's somebody from Mississippi on the line. So I'm going to get them on the line and we'll get their predictions for E3 here. So, hello, whoever's in Mississippi. How's it going? Who is this? Oh, hey. Thanks for calling in. Do you have any predictions for E3 for Nintendo?
The DLC for Smash Brothers.
You like the new Smash Brothers like announced like that it's gonna have DLC? Is what you're saying?
I think they might have like some either like small kids that come back or even like some new levels.
That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I would love for them to do DLC. Like games like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, like those are the ones. Like bring on the DLC. Give me whatever you can, Nintendo. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Especially like Mario Kart 8, since I've heard that they're supposed to come out with a Mercedes DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that in Japan.
It is by far one of the most ridiculous promotions Nintendo has done, and yet it is ridiculously awesome, I think, maybe. So.
Another cool thing I'd like to see at E3 is the new Star Wars. I've heard rumors that it's supposed to be a new Battlefront game.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting for sure.
Definitely.
I feel like if they announce a new Star Wars game, it wouldn't be coming to Wii U because developers hate Wii U, but it would still be pretty cool. Yeah.
It's true, but now it is connected to Disney, and Disney and Nintendo are getting along pretty well.
Right.
Yeah.
Except EA has the publishing rights to all Star Wars games for like the next 10 years,
That's
and
too bad.
EA is not.
I think
that's
it's
just
very
not
complicated.
I'd like to refer to my other prediction video with EA. Just show.
Right. Well, thanks for calling in, Josh.
Thank you.
And it looks like we have Esta the Gamer on the line as well. So how's it going?
I'm going great.
Do you have any predictions for Nintendo at E3?
Yes, indeed. What I want to see from Nintendo is I want them to work with the Wii U a little bit more. Like in the Wii U gamepad as an NFC little chip inside. It would be cool if they worked on it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's something. I think they've said that they definitely will be showing off some titles that use the NFC, which I'm excited about. Should be very interesting to see what they do with that.
So that'd be cool, and more work with the GameCube adapter. I would like to see more of that, and maybe if it worked for other games other than Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too, actually, because when they announced it, I think my sister had saw it, and then Mario Kart came out. She's like, "Oh, we can use the GameCube controller now." It's like, no, it's just announced for Smash Brothers so far. But if they definitely went back and like updated the older games or something, that would be very useful.
Like Nintendo could announce something pretty big. I want like an original game, like a new like fresh game would be nice. See how that would work out.
Yeah, I agree. I guess we will
like bring back like an old franchise, like a new game.
Definitely. I think it's about time to bring some stuff back, bring in some new things. It's about time for all of that, I think, for sure.
So there's like it's only
Who would you like to see in Smash Brothers? Like what surprise character would you say?
That's a very good question. Probably like I would like to see like another character from like Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. That'd be cool, or maybe another character from a different franchise that Nintendo may have been works with.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting.
We need to start a Lark from Pilot Wings campaign. There's a Pilot Wings stage. Let's get Lark in there, or Mecha Hawk. One of the two.
What about the new character from Sonic?
Yes.
No, the caveman from the commercial with Virtual Boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever
Awesome.
happened to whatever happened to that guy? That would be pretty sweet. At least as a trophy or something. You know, he deserves some sort of a mention.
Yeah, he should be an assist trophy.
Yes.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know what he would do, but he should be one. But thanks for calling in, S to the Gamer. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so many possibilities with what Nintendo could do. Let's see what else we got. Minda's talking about in the chat room, it'd be nice if there were connectivity between Animal Crossing New Leaf and a potential Wii U game. That would be very nice. Roth says Wii U redesign. That would certainly be interesting if they announce something like that. Continuing with some of our predictions here, we had mentioned NFC. After the Gamer, I think he said that was one of the things he had wanted to see. So one of my predictions is that, I mean, we know they're going to be talking about NFC, and my prediction is Super Smash Brothers will be one of those NFC games. And for the record, I did suggest this before the rumor came out, so I'm not just copying the rumor. But I think
sure.
I think they might use like NFC figures of certain characters like Mario or Link or whoever, and you wouldn't have to buy them all, but collectors would. But you pick, you can buy one of them, and it'll save your controller configuration, stats, custom stages, whatever. So you go over to a friend's house, put it on the gamepad, and all your gamepad, and that will
It's another prediction. They're going to announce the GameCAD.
Whatever that is, that's their quality of life project. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, so that's one of my thoughts there.
Yeah, I think we pretty much all have NFC on our list. I think they're kind of along those same lines. They're gonna be talking about NFC. Those figurines they've already talked about, but they're probably gonna bring it in more because it's on the gamepad already. So it'd be smart if they do bring some sort of functionality in. Smash Brothers makes sense. I mean, they already have the trophies in the game. It makes sense to kind of make them in real life as well. But I don't know what else they could do on top of that. But I do think NFC will be a very big part of the presentation this year.
Right. What about you, Greg?
I considered the NFC stuff to be kind of obvious, so I didn't actually include any of that in my predictions because they had kind of like talked about that in the investor briefings and all of that. I was kind of going back to what Barry was talking about earlier. One of my other predictions was like another 3D Mario game for Wii U is going to be announced, whether it's like Galaxy 3 or some sort of like Mario 128 or whatever that they got cooking. I'm thinking that there's going to be some sort of very real like 3D Mario game announced for Wii U.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I would love to see something like that for sure. What about you, Alex? What's another one of your predictions?
Well, I went with something a little bit more out there for NFC. I talked about a sequel to Nintendo Land that would be available for free on the eShop, but additional games would be purchased with little figurines. And they said that figurines will work for different games, so you could get a Mario figure and it might work in a Mario game, but in this Nintendo Land thing, it might unlock some content there too. And they might not necessarily use it in that specific way, but I feel like that's a very Nintendo way to approach the whole NFC thing, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some kind of implementation like that at E3.
That'd be pretty sweet. Definitely. What about you, Barry?
I can see, I definitely see NFC being a big part of the presentation. They've already stated as much. What I'd like to see them do is be smart about it. I don't want to see, 100 different power-ups for Mario, and each one you have to purchase. But I know Activision approached Nintendo about Skylanders before the first one even came out, and Nintendo said, no, not an idea. We don't want to do it. And now look at how much that company has made with that franchise. Disney has copied with Disney Infinity. Nintendo realized they missed the ball on this. They could have gotten a piece of the pie at the start, and they're just trying to play catch-up. So I hope they don't do it the cheap way and make Fire Flower $10, Raccoon Tail $10, Invincible Star $10, but they do something where, I like Alex's idea with Nintendo Land, or something with Mario Kart that's hidden in the code, where you get a Link statue and you put it on, and boom, now you can play Link in Mario Kart, and a Kirby statue, and Kirby's got the Warp Star, and Samus has a ship, and Captain Falcon, Blue Falcon, etc. And suddenly in games being released, they start doing little things and actually cross universes somehow, some way, just as a little fun way, nothing canon, but just to add replay.
Wouldn't that be crazy if, like, all this time it was hidden in there that Kirby's, like in Smash Brothers or Mario Kart or something?
Well, I don't know if you remember back in the N64 days, there was a game called Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and about 6 months after the game came out, they said, hey, guess what? Episode 1 just came out, and the Naboo Starfighter has been in Rogue Squadron this whole time. No one's found it. Here's the code. Now you can play the ship from Episode 1. So it's not that far out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess in those days it was all about, you buy the game magazines, and then, you can get all the secrets, to what's coming out. Nowadays with the internet, everything's kind of like spoiled ahead of time, unfortunately. It's like...
Yeah, but Nintendo is known for their secrets. In fact, look at just this past week. Look how many leaks have happened this past week before E3. EA's had leaks. Microsoft's had leaks. Sony's had leaks. Nintendo hasn't had a thing. All they did was, here's a picture of our floor, but they haven't revealed anything. So they are good at keeping secrets.
Watch as they release these games at E3, and then like a month before they come out, they just ruin everything about the games, like with 3D World.
Oh, they did that with Mario Kart too.
Yeah, 3D World and Mario Kart 8, all those games, we knew like everything about them before they came out,
Smash Brothers almost.
I was so excited though.
Right. Definitely. Let's see what we got here. Another one of my predictions. This is probably one of my most obvious ones, I think. Zelda Wii U being announced. I think I want to say that it's probably going to come next year. We'll probably get the title, a trailer, playable demo on the show floor. I think it's about time that we started hearing more about it.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually, it's on my list as well, just because I think it's, if they don't, they're stupid. I'll just say that, because people are wanting that, and that's another game seller, or that's another console seller. People will buy a console to play the next Zelda, and so they better talk about it. They better show it off, even if it's just like a 30-second trailer or tease thing. They need to show something. Even like when they did with their Skyward Sword, all they showed was a poster. Show something. We know they're working on it, so that's no secret. But it'd be great if we actually saw it. So I think that'd be a really smart move, and I think it's a safe prediction. At least it should be a safe prediction.
Right.
I guess mine was kind of in that same vein. Mine was that it was a little bit more specific. It was that they're going to use a little bit more of a realistic Twilight Princess graphical style, which makes sense because of the 2011 kind of like video playable thing they showed at the event. But Nintendo said that that's not necessarily what they're going to do with it. So it's not entirely obvious, but that's still what I think is going to happen. I mean, they want to show off the Wii U's power, and I can't think of a better way to do it than with something that looks like Twilight Princess, but actually works with the console it's on.
Yeah, definitely. HD Zelda. Oh, man. That's going to be so good. Drooling right now just thinking about it. What about you, Greg? What's another one of your predictions?
Well, I mean, again, I thought that one was pretty safe, and I thought they've already discussed in the Nintendo Direct that the next Wii U Zelda would be shown. So again, I didn't go with that route. I do think going along with Zelda that they'll actually expand the Virtual Console to finally announce the Nintendo 64 games, such like Ocarina of Time and probably Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. I mean, they're already promoting a few of those on Club Nintendo, so I'm thinking that will be finally a jump to make it into the actual like Virtual Console available on the eShop for Nintendo 64 games. Add to their 20 other consoles that they already support. The Game Boy Advance.
They release one game, for each console every 5 months or something.
Yeah.
And what about you, Barry? And what's another one of your predictions?
Well, touching quickly on the Zelda thing, I didn't predict either that Zelda would be shown. It's pretty much fact. But I really, really hope they don't pull another Wind Waker, and I love Wind Waker. But when they first showed that Space World 2000 trailer, as a kid, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. And when I first saw Wind Waker revealed, I was really pissed off. And I gave it a chance, and I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I bought it anyway. And I loved it, and I do love Wind Waker. But after they showed us that demo 2 years ago, if that Link and that Zelda do not look like that demo, there will be outcry. They have to make it look as close to that as possible, because that is the only thing for the last 2 years we've had to go on with HD Zelda, Wind Waker HD notwithstanding, because that's just a re-release. So if we do not get that, I think there will be so much hate towards Nintendo that they almost have to do it, because they're at the bottom of the barrel right now, and there's only one place to go is up, and that certainly won't help them.
Right. And I think hopefully that's true, because I mean, like you said, with Wind Waker, we already have an HD Zelda in that style as Wind Waker, so I hope they kind of go for the realistic style this time around. Definitely.
Well, I didn't mean like cel shaded. I just meant like a complete 180 of what we're expecting.
Yeah.
Wind Waker to the Space World demo were completely different games. Something like Twilight Princess would be fine. Even something like Skyward Sword would be fine. But I think it has to be somewhere along the lines of what we saw at 2012's E3, or there's going to be a lot of people upset, and they're not in that position. And look at where the Wind Waker was on. It was on the GameCube. They were selling home console.
Yeah, I think not only does it need to be in that style just because people are expecting it, but I also think it needs to be in that style because it's going to get the quote unquote hardcore gamers excited if it looks more realistic, and there's going to be a lot more people excited about a Zelda that looks like that than there is going to be a Zelda that looks kind of, I don't know, for the lack of a better word, kiddish. If it has some really solid realistic type graphics, it's going to appeal to, I think, the audience that's really going to change their mind about Wii U and say, yeah, I think it's time to buy a Wii U in addition to my, PS4 or whatever.
Right. Definitely. All right, so I think we're going to go through, I think this is our last round of predictions, basically, for these. And mine is Yarn Yoshi is one of the games that they kind of announced a while ago, and then it sort of, I guess, went off the radar for a bit. But I think now will be the time where they will kind of bring it back, and I think that it will probably come this year, and they're going to show it off using the Wii U gamepad in some unique ways. They said they really want to show off the gamepad's functionality. So I'm not quite sure exactly what they'll do with it, but I think Yarn Yoshi was kind of an interesting link this for the gamepad, basically. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Yarn Yoshi looks beautiful. That's all I know. I don't really know what kind of gamepad use they're going to have, but it's a really pretty game.
Yeah.
I am going to step out and say I don't think this is a unrealistic prediction at all, because especially with lately with all the news. Well, it's kind of really news because we don't really know much about it. But the way that Nintendo has stated that they're going to be partnering with YouTubers and being able to do this kind of affiliate program sort of thing, and with being able to put Mario Kart 8 videos on YouTube, I think Nintendo is going to take a big step forward in social in general. I think that means making other games be able to publish on YouTube, maybe stepping into live streaming. I don't know. I think it's really interesting with they already have some sort of connection with YouTube, and now with this rumor or this possible deal of YouTube buying Twitch, I wonder if they're just, thinking, well, let's just keep moving forward with Google and YouTube, and now we can be able to stream through YouTube instead of having to deal with Twitch and everything, because now this is the first year E3 is going to be, they're going to be doing, Nintendo's going to be doing a lot of their own streaming on Twitch already. And so I wonder if they're going to be stepping in forward with the online gaming communities and stuff like that, with social, with Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff as well. So I suggest, or I think they're going to be announcing a lot of social YouTube and social things with future games. I don't know if they're going to retrofit it necessarily with existing games, but I think here on out, I think they're going to really target social stuff a lot more in their games.
Imagine being able to live stream your Smash Bros. Matches onto YouTube or something. That would be pretty sweet.
That would be awesome.
That'd be really cool. Especially, I mean, they already seem like they're implementing a lot of the stuff that the tournaments, that the Smash Brothers tournament community are already been talking about and everything. So maybe they're gonna, implement live streaming of them. Who knows?
Right. What about you, Greg? What's another one of your predictions?
Another big prediction I was thinking, I think they're going to show off another HD remake, like last time it was for the focus on Wind Waker. I'm thinking they'll probably do another GameCube game, and I'm thinking it'll probably turn out to be Super Mario Sunshine. I think that would probably be a nice pick-me-up. Obviously it's a 3D Mario game, but then again, it's another one that probably a lot of people missed out on, because obviously the GameCube wasn't the best in terms of sales for Nintendo's previous consoles. So I can either see that one or even Mario 64 potentially being games brought into HD.
Yeah, that would be interesting, because I was kind of one of those people that missed out on some of those things. I mean, I played the GameCube, but I didn't play Wind Waker, but now I got it thanks to the free promotion with Mario Kart. I didn't play Sunshine, but if they remade it, then I would. So that would definitely be interesting. Let's see. What about you, Alex?
Well, since I missed the first round of prediction, I just have two really quick ones to go over here. First of all, I think that Miyamoto's finally going to talk about his new IP. I know they've been hinting at it for a while, and I think it's going to be a 3DS eShop game that'll be available sometime in the fall. So yeah, he's been talking about wanting to work with new characters and things like that, and I just think we'll see something about that. And then I also don't think that they're going to show off dual gamepad support at E3. I think NFC is going to be a priority, and maybe they'll talk about dual gamepad support in a Nintendo Direct afterwards, but I don't think they're going to talk about it at E3.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it would only make things worse, because it's kind of like at this point they just have to support Wii U as is. Adding extra gamepads to sell, I think, would confuse consumers, and that would kind of be a mess. Down the road, it would be kind of neat, though, but yeah, for sure. And what about you, Barry?
Quickly, just to touch on something Greg said about the re-releases. If anything, I think that they would show off N64 games coming back. And the only reason I say that is the Wii had a lot of GameCube games with new play control. Pikmin 2, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, this Mario Pro Tennis or Power Tennis, they all came over. So, and they're all playable on the Wii U, so I do see them doing something even older, although Sunshine is most certainly a possibility. But for my last prediction, I think they're going to do something with the Virtual Console. I think they have to at this point. I think they would be foolish if they didn't. And I think they're going to do some kind of promotion. They stated that they weren't going to do any kind of ambassador program for Wii U owners. I think they're going to retract that. I think they're going to say, here is an ambassador program for people who have purchased it by now or from launch till, say, August 31st, and they will give you 10 free games or 20 free games or something of your choice, something along those lines, just to attract people. Hey, now's the time to buy a Wii U. Buy it and you get 20 classic games in addition to a bundled game or in addition to Mario Kart 8. They worked for the 3DS. I think they're going to do something like that. I think they have to. And I think they're going to announce new Virtual Console games that we've been waiting for. I think they learned their lesson. I hope they learned their lesson with Earthbound. It took, 15 years to finally get that again? Give us some other games. Give us some games that we haven't seen in a while, and games that people have forgotten about that Nintendo did, like how about Geist from N-Space, or Odama, totally out there games. Just bring them back in the limelight. Because if they say, here's another Mario game, people are going to be like, yay, we already have that. Do some of the franchises that people have forgotten exist, because people seem to think that they haven't made a new IP since 1988, and they really have. They made a lot. They just haven't caught on. How about Joeldozer? Let's bring that back. People forgot about that. That was a Game Freak game, too.
Sure. So I actually got a question. So talking about Virtual Console and all this stuff, I didn't include this in my predictions because I just kind of thought about it as we were talking. But I know that Nintendo at one time had stated how they want to get their eShop and stuff more online. Do you think they're going to be announcing the ability to purchase eShop games and stuff through internet browser, mobile phone, and stuff, and be able to send it to your Wii U, 3DS? Do you think that's on the docket at all?
I think so. I think they're going to do anything to make it accessible, because right now that's what they need. They need it to be as accessible to everybody in any way, form, especially when it comes to spending money. Think about it. You're a business. If you want customers to spend money on your product, you're going to make it available in every way you can and make it as easy as possible for them to click and, boom, spend money.
Yeah. At their investors briefing, I think Nintendo mentioned that they were going to try to delve into the smartphone market a little bit more, too. They mentioned the Mario Kart app. I don't think that's out yet, but it's coming.
Yep.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's a web app. So it's not actually in the App Store. It's just a web app.
Oh, all right. So I'm thinking that they'll probably talk about that, if not at E3, then shortly thereafter. But I think they're going to do it soon, too, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like they had said a while ago in an old investor briefing about being able to access the eShop from a website, or something like that. And I think they had said that was supposed to come, by the end of last year. And so it just never happened. So I think hopefully eventually they'll kind of get back to it. And I remember Emily Rogers, who has a couple of insider sources and stuff, mentioned things about she had hinted about account balances being common across 3DS and Wii U when that happened, and I think she had mentioned something about being able to buy a game on one system and then maybe have a discount or something. She kind of hinted at it'd be more combinations there between the shops. So that'll definitely be interesting possibility. I don't know when they would do it, but I think that will come eventually. Yeah. There was a comment in the chat from Rand, the fourth Dr. Althor. He said, announcing Majora's Mask for N64 Virtual Console on Wii U. I could totally see them doing that. Everybody's ready for a 3DS remake, and nope, sorry. N64 Virtual.
Although there's a lot of people who would probably be excited about that too. Not as excited as a remake.
Yeah. Right. And then I want to mention a couple games that I think will probably be there. I think X is one of them, and I feel like somebody, either a developer or a developer's wife or something. I'm trying to remember. Every time they would retweet Nintendo having a conference, then that meant, because I guess they worked on X or they had a connection with that, that meant that X would be shown, and they retweeted something about this Nintendo digital event or something. So I think Every single time so far that's held up true, so I think it seems like X will appear, and it makes sense. It's supposed to come out this year as well. They recently announced Pushmo World for the eShop, so they'll probably mention that or something. I'm thinking we'll get some more stuff on Omega Ruby, and
Nintendo's also delving into the drug
completely
market
wrong
now,
term.
too.
Hey, any way to make money, right? Look at Colorado.
That's for the other video, Hassan.
That's right. That's right. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and apparently Junichi Masuda. I can't talk today. Apparently, Junichi Masuda, like Game Freak director, is at E3. So that pretty much means we'll probably hear something Pokemon related. Maybe even that Pokken Fighters thing that they trademarked or whatever. Who knows? But
Oh, yeah, that would be amazing. Did you guys, just really quick here, did you guys see the Korokoro leaks for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? They showed off some new like Mega Evolutions and things like that. I just thought I'd bring it up because if you're listening to this, you should probably go check those out because Mega Swampert is like on muscle milk or steroids or something, and it's awesome.
yes, very awesome. Because I was.
I love how they use milk as their like drug of choice too. So it's like Link drinks all this milk and he goes to milk bars late at night, and now like Pokemon are drinking like steroid milk. I mean, what's going on with milk?
Hey, does a body good.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I did want to mention was kind of a rumor that that kind of popped up. I don't know if it's I don't know if you guys saw the image, if you thought it was real, or if so, you know, what you thought about that, I guess.
I think the Mario Maker's real. I mean, it was a picture that was taken on the show floor. Whether or not it's an E3 only thing, like just something to bring people into their booth and have them play around, or DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U, yet to be seen. But it would be cool if we had a new 2D Mario game with a level editor, especially if you could upload and share the levels online. I think that would be pretty smart. And especially if it was on 3DS and Wii U and more connectivity between the systems.
It's true. I mean, with the Mario versus Donkey Kong, you know, stuff they did a little bit of level editing and stuff before in that, so you know, it wouldn't be too far out, I think, for them to include a level editor finally. So hopefully we see something like that.
We have that Mario Maker picture that was released a while ago, and we're not entirely sure what that is. But I think with the actual like Mario games, and it might have been Miyamoto who said that they don't feel like a level editor is the kind of thing they want to do because they're like tailoring their experiences for the users or something like that. I don't know. They gave some dumb reason for not including it, like they usually do with things. But I feel like maybe this Mario Maker thing is like a level editor, and maybe it'll be cross-platform. That would be cool, but it's too early to really speculate about that.
Right. One thing I did think about, though, is because we know that they have two 90-minute presentations, one on Smash Brothers and one on some unknown 3DS game, and I could totally picture if Mario Maker was a 3DS game, they could talk about creating levels and kind of, you know, their whole design process behind it. I could totally see them dedicating 90 minutes to, you know, like that Mario thing, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
You have to tell us all about it, Alex.
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely.
So then I guess speaking of E3 and Alex being there and everything, I wanted to mention at NintendoFuse we have a lot coming for E3. So Alex will be there at E3. You'll be on the show floor experiencing everything firsthand. So definitely excited to hear about what he has to say about all of that. So definitely check out NintendoFuse.com throughout the week and see his thoughts and coverage on everything. He has his friend going there to record video as well, right?
Yeah, we're getting someone there. I'm right now. I'm looking into direct feed audio for like 3DS demo stations, so you won't hear background noise, and instead you'll just hear the game itself. But that isn't going too well. But I'll see what I can do before that happens. And yeah, I forgot to put my Twitter handle up here, but if you guys follow at NF_Alexander, ALEXANDRE, because it's French, because I'm Canadian. I'm going to be tweeting as much stuff as I can about E3 while I'm there, waiting in line and things like that. So I'll try to have as much stuff going up there as I can.
Gotcha. And I think we'll have the Twitter feed on Nintendo Fuse as well, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Put that on there.
Yeah,
so
we'll definitely post both Alex's and the official Nintendo Fuse Twitter handle as well on Nintendo Fuse, so you can kind of just follow that one post if you want to and see all things E3.
That's right. We'll probably all be retweeting it as well, so you'll probably get like 6 different copies of the same message of Alex's impression.
Right. So I think the rest of us, will be kind of covering things here and there from the different events, live tweeting and stuff. I really wish I could be excited about it. Nintendo's doing a lot this year. Their digital event, the Smash Bros. Invitational, and then like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're streaming like a lot. I was looking at it like a good, like 5, 6, 7 hours certain days, like the Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. So I think the link to the thing is e3.nintendo.com, and so they have like the schedule of when they're going to be live streaming as well. I think Twitch has 3 or 4 different Nintendo demos throughout the week. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to watch. So definitely very excited.
Yeah. Are you guys going out to the Best Buy Smash Brothers thing?
I am.
I might
wait for that too.
It depends on how busy the area is. Unfortunately, the Best Buy that has it around us is right in the heart of the biggest mall. So I might try to get over there to play, and if I do, I'll post my impressions.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be. I would definitely go in. Unfortunately, the Best Buy in my hometown does not have it, but the one about like 25 miles away does. And I might actually have plans to be up there anyhow on Wednesday, so I'll definitely be checking it out one of the 2 days, but hopefully Wednesday.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I probably won't be able to do the one during the week, but maybe the one on Saturday. I hate that they don't have one near where I am. Like, they have one in Maryland, the state over. So I went to that for the last E3 thing, but like parking was a pain. So if I can get like our Metro and I will for Saturday, I guess I'll play it by ear and see. But definitely excited about everything there. And then what we will be doing as well is later in the week we will have a special kind of episode to discuss all the announcements and everything. So we'll kind of do this is sort of our pre-E3 episode, and we'll have a post-E3 podcast as well. So I think we'll probably do it Thursday, June 12th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I think that worked for most people, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So then that's what it'll be. This Thursday, June 12th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do the live audio, the video stream, everything, and we will kind of recap all of it. And Alex, you'll be able to be there for that as well, right?
I'm gonna try. I'm not sure what my schedule is gonna look like. We can always talk about it and maybe. Yeah, I'll try to make it. I'll do my best.
Okay. Otherwise, we'll have another episode or something later on to kind of get his thoughts and stuff on everything from E3. But we'll definitely make sure that we have all the coverage that you guys need from E3, because there's going to be a lot of stuff Nintendo has going on, and we want to discuss it all. So should be fun.
I might try to do some just like quick vlogs to put up on the YouTube channel. So if you guys go to our NintendoFuse YouTube channel, you can check all that out. We have some goofy E3 prediction videos up there that I wish I had time to make more of them, but I've been really busy packing and working before E3, so we only have 2 of them up. But who knows? We might do some more of them after, just 'cause they're fun.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely pretty hilarious. So check those out. Yeah, so that's that. I guess there's going to be a lot going on. Satoru Iwata won't be at E3. He's not feeling well, so hope he feels better. Hope he's being able to feel better soon and everything. Hope he's okay, I guess. So who knows if he'll show up in the digital event or not. I don't know if that's already been recorded or what, but yeah, definitely hope he's doing okay.
Be direct to you. So maybe it'll be
Please understand.
Yeah, right. So with that being said, that pretty much kind of wraps things up. Definitely check out our forums, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Google+, all that fun stuff.
And join our Mario Kart community.
8. Yes, Mario Kart community.
Right.
I think the Twitter handle has like the community code, right?
Yeah, it's right there. So it is 473729734580. That's we did shorten the name. It was NintendoFuse official, but now it's just NintendoFuse, and it's a weekly tournament now. So each week, Sunday to Sunday, basically, we're gonna be seeing who can get the top scores. So I was 3rd this last time. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I still have some payback to
Maybe play tonight. Who knows?
I owe you a red turtle shell still.
So yeah, check it out. Details, you have the community code there. Check out the Twitter. But other than that, enjoy E3, everybody, and we will talk on Thursday evening. I'm excited. So hope you guys have a good week, and we will see you all later. Thanks to everybody in the chats for joining in. Thanks to all the listeners. See you guys. Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah.